Tonight on Collective Stupidity. Robert almost joins a pyramid scheme.
I go on Google, I look up, insert company name here, scam.
Dominic has a conspiracy theory.
And he lives in, you're not going to believe this, right? California. No, he lives in the greater Toronto area.
And Samuel does not beat the allegations.
We're going to the third circle.
Which circle,
I'm so sorry,
which circle
Dominic.
is lust? No! No! That's a lion! No!
It's not a lot. Well, it is.
Alright, copy, and alright, you better hold on.
Yo.
That didn't even work.
You summoned the wrong guy.
Well, I mean,
You have summoned me on accident. I am indeed here.
Uh-huh. I love that about you. I'm so happy.
Now,
for
if
that.
you don't mind, I'm gonna mute myself while I put different pants on that aren't my work pants.
Fantastic. You have you do that.
Bro's doing,
I
Bro's doing
just
podcast
ran
without
through the
pants.
door. A second ago, I ran through the door.
Take your time. Pants come first, man. Pants before podcast. I've always said that.
For you, anything.
All right. I am ready to start when you are. Don't mind me. I'm just making a sandwich.
Gents, I'm back.
Fuck
if
you,
if you missed me.
You're making a sandwich at your desk?
Yes. I'm fucking hungry. It's
Okay,
Saturday.
okay.
Get off my dick.
All right. God,
Jesus
God,
Christ.
sorry. Fuck. We're getting aggressive this early? God damn. Okay.
I'm hungry.
All right.
I
Fuck,
haven't eaten.
fine. Okay. God. Dominic's gone.
there he
we
goes.
lost. We lost Dom. Shit.
I'm back.
Oh,
I'm
he's
back.
back.
There
He's
you
back. He's
go.
back. He's back. Okay, we're good.
I clicked the
Alright, let's get the show on the
hang
road.
up button on accident. You know what? You know what's really annoying with Discord when you hang up the call?
What?
But I click hang up on accident, right? And then it immediately asks you, how did you enjoy that call? Like, I want to get back into the call. And so you click every option. It's start the damn show.
Let's start. Yeah, let's start the damn show. Let's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Collective Stupidity podcast, or just Collective Stupidity if you're, a little bit thick and you can't put out a third word on there. Who am I to judge? This is the only podcast that is going to start by giving you the lowdown on my microphone experience right now. I think I have genuinely broken my microphone a little bit because I've been doing a little bit of rough handling of it recently because I've been getting angry at Fortnite, and it kind of just swivels. Like, this is probably gonna sound awful, but it's just free balling right now, and I'm not quite sure how to fix that problem. So, yeah, this has no bearing on anything, but just it's messing with my OCD tendencies. So, yeah,
I see.
You have to live with it.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
yeah,
you're stuck.
I know, yeah. No, I guess the solution is just don't fucking rage at Fortnite, but that's not likely to change anytime soon. So
That's neither here nor there.
yeah, that's neither here nor there. We don't need to worry about that part.
Yeah. It's just the mic. Only the mic needs to worry because it's falling apart.
Well, technically, I don't think it's the mic. I think it's more the way the mic arm connects to the mic. But I'm not positive. I don't know. Something's funny with it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Should we talk about grape racism finally?
Great.
What?
You know what? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Explain this to me, please.
Right.
I'm looking at the show notes. I see grape racism. I don't know what this
Yeah,
is.
so
please.
I was when you made the show notes, right? I wanted to add a few topics that I didn't have in my personal document, and the only one I could really think of was grape racism, and it's in all caps at the bottom. It's not even part of the list. It doesn't have the hyphen next to it because it's that important of a topic to me. The racism in grapes is astounding because you have such diehard fandoms of like green grapes and purple grapes, and it just amazes me. Like we judge grapes on the color of their skin, but we don't judge people like that anymore. I think grapes need to get with the times.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, no, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about because like you have the purple grapes that are like better than the green grapes, right? But then, like, why are the purple ones always better than the green grapes?
Well, you
No,
just
Robert-
admitted it.
Robert raises a very good point here. Why? What? Where is this coming
No,
from?
okay, so I just think it's weird that like purple is the color of grapes. It's usually the better grape, and people like hate on like green grapes. I don't understand it. I just think because
people
like
sour grapes.
I know, but like, is that the difference between the grapes? Is it sour and sweet?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
yeah, green grapes are sour.
Oh,
No, that's
He's not.
Oh.
You've never watched that one episode
Oh.
of Teen Titans Go.
no, I haven't. I've never watched Teen Titans Go in my life. I
Yeah, that
I'm-
might be-
I
might
thought
be a
the
good-
difference
that
was-
might be a good thing.
I thought the difference was purely color. I thought that's
No.
all it was.
Well, this tells me
No.
two things. This tells me two things here. One, you've never had a grape before, right? Because you would know that it tastes different.
No, I've
And
only
secondly,
had purple
you also
grapes.
don't. You also don't know how grapes grow because what a green grape is, it's a purple grape that isn't ripe yet. They become purple as they ripe, like every other fruit. So it's not like it's a different breed of. There might be some different breeds of grape there. For the most part, green grapes are
A different
unripe
breed
and
of
therefore
grape.
still sour because they haven't gotten infused with the sugar of the plant yet. Grapes. So a green grape and a purple grape, in many ways, are actually the same thing, which is a metaphor for modern racism, I guess. I don't know.
you're reaching. You're reaching.
So okay, so let me just recap real quick. My entire point was that people like purple grapes more than green grapes for some reason, and I wanted to talk about why. And the entire reason, I've just haven't known how grapes work. That's the entire. Okay, great.
Yeah, we've just dismantled this entire segment.
I feel insane. I might cut this out. I feel I look like a lunatic now.
Wait, before we leave, right? Before we leave the topic of grapes, I think
Before
it's
we leave.
important to understand. Just quick question, or not a quick question, a quick statement
Yep.
that I too, just so you don't feel bad, did not know that they were supposedly the same grape, and I always kind of
Thank
thought
you.
they did taste the same.
I
pretty
thought
sure that
they were the same too. I thought they taste like almost exactly the same.
I'm gonna give it a
No,
green.
you guys are just stupid.
Okay,
Okay,
or
okay, buddy.
counterpoint, the food industry is fucked, and
I like
there's,
that
there's
counterpoint.
no way to tell.
I like that counterpoint.
There's no way to tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean,
How about
what,
that?
like,
You know-
when's the last time you had a green grape and a purple grape like side by side?
Gentlemen,
Yeah,
gentlemen, I wanna.
Never.
Because if you're having a grape, right, you're gonna you'll get maybe one day you'll go to the store, you'll get some purple grapes. Maybe another day you'll go get some green grapes. You're not having them back to back. It's not like you can easily tell the difference. Like if you had them right next to each other, you had a purple grape and then you had a green grape, you could tell there's probably a difference there. But if you're like 2 months out on your grapeage, then like you can't tell.
That's not how that works. I know what a grape tastes like, and I know
Well,
what a
yeah,
green
but how are
grape
you going to
tastes like.
compare? How are you going to compare a relatively sweet grape to a relatively sour grape? They're both fundamentally grape, but one's slightly sweeter than the other. If you're like having your
Yes.
grapes like months out from each other, you're not going to be able to tell that.
I think
You're making it
it's grape
sound like we're
illiterate.
eating.
Gentlemen, I made a mistake here. Actually, I made a really big, obvious mistake that I feel quite silly about. I'm gonna explain. I am
Okay, go
correct
ahead.
in the sense that some green grapes are indeed purple grapes and unripened, but there are breeds of grapes that are at ripe green, and this is obvious. I should have caught this sooner because white wine is from green grapes. I don't know how I missed that. So I'm actually wrong.
So
there are grapes that are purely green even at its ripe point.
I don't know
Now,
what
I
to
can
fucking
forgive
believe
you.
anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore.
I can forgive you. I can forgive
was wrong.
Dominic. Who I
was
can't forgive is the sycophant Robert Calhoun, who just randomly agreed with you and said that our palates
Yeah, it
were shit.
started a fucking witch hunt over
Yeah, your
grapes.
palates are shit. I eat a grape. I don't forget what it tastes like.
What are you talking about? Did you not hear my point? The whole point is like if you can't tell them apart if you're eating them for like in a huge separation of time. There's no comparison there.
And they weren't sour grapes, Robert. They were they were both sweet grapes. They're
Yeah.
not the same type of grape.
Dumbass!
Turn you into a sour. I'm gonna turn you into a sour grape. How about that?
What? That's your solution when you're losing an argument to threaten to turn people into fruit?
Hold on, gents.
I just insult them in the closest way that I can, and that usually ties back to what we were arguing about in the first place.
Yeah, because I'm sure Sam is so insensitive about being turned into a grape.
There are flavor differences though. Green grapes do tend to be a bit more tart, a bit more sour, which is why there's such a difference in wine. Right, like red wine tends to be a bit more sweet, and white wine tends to be much more less sweet, more savory, perhaps even tart.
Much more less sweet.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You pick it up and down. So there are some differences in that regard of breeds of grapes. I can go on down the Wikipedia page if you'd like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no, let's have a grape-themed episode. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, hold on. I'll check about my sandwich.
What kind of sandwich you got?
Duncan.
Duncan.
The Duncan sandwich.
The Duncan sandwich.
I was on the way back from the office, and I was in a hurry. So I went to the office, but I just got hired on at a new job, right, that's downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And I was downtown at a meeting for it, right, for like a training session. And I had a watch on. I still have it on right now, my Fossil. And I never changed the time back from the time change in my watch.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked down, I was like, oh, yeah, yep, 12 o'clock, I'm out of here. And then I look at my phone, it's 12:45. Shit. So I go, oh, hey, nice to know you guys. And I pop out, and I buzz over to Duncan at lightning speeds, get 2 sandwiches, and then buzz to my apartment, sprint upstairs, get on the podcast so I'm not late, which I wasn't, Sam. Who I was 5 miles away in a different part of the city, and I wasn't late.
And he stopped to take a detour to get Duncan, and he wasn't
It
late.
was essential.
Yeah, what's your excuse, Sam? What's your excuse, buddy?
was
2
making a
fucking
sandwich.
minutes? 2 fucking minutes? That's what you're getting on my case about?
9 times out of 10, you're in here 30 minutes early, Sam. That's a big difference for you.
Wow.
When we needed you most.
Yeah, you disappeared. You're like the fucking Avatar.
One time. One time I was 2 minutes late.
You know, maybe I will
And
turn you
y'all-
into a grape. Maybe we will turn you into a grape.
No,
Let's go.
please
It's
don't.
catching on.
Please don't turn me into a grape.
Please
I
don't
have
do
so
that.
much to live for. Please don't do that. I have so much to live
Don't worry,
for.
Sam. I'll turn you into a purple grape. It's fine.
That's not
Purple
much
guy.
better.
Purple grapes.
Well, okay, so that raises the question then: what are cotton candy grapes? Are they? Do they? Do the?
Fuck
Do
the
are
cotton
cotton
candy
candy?
grape.
You've never heard of cotton candy grapes?
No.
It's a genetic mistake. That's what it is.
Okay,
It's
it's okay.
candy.
Sorry, I didn't realize this was such a touchy subject for you.
It's a
I've never
crime
seen
against
it before.
nature
Well,
by
so
food geneticists.
so do they taste?
That's
like,
what it is.
Do they taste like cotton candy, or is it just like a sweeter brand of grape?
No, it's just a sweet green grape. That's all it is.
Oh.
Wait,
it's a
really?
Sweet breed of green
Oh.
grape. Yeah, it's not like cotton candy flavor. It's a fruit. It's a fruit, Jacob. They don't make.
Well, I
fruits
don't
in-
know. Sometimes
candy flavor.
science does weird things. They brought those dire wolves back the other day.
Not real dire wolves.
I know they're not
Jesus
real
Christ.
dire wolves. They're like gray wolves, but like I mean, you know, the thought's there.
That's enough.
Thought is
Listen, we're getting
stupid.
every day we're getting closer and closer to Jurassic Park, and that is a future I support. Okay.
I'm surprised that we want Jurassic Park. What was the fucking point of the movie if we're just gonna get right back to fucking Jurassic Park?
I don't understand about Jurassic Park, right? In the movie, right? Okay, there's loads of people all over the place, right? You know, whoever, I haven't seen the movie in like 10 years, so forgive me, but whoever the fat guy at the staff is, right? That guy who owns
He's
the
not
park.
fat.
Talk about Hammond?
He's talking about Richard
Hammond.
Hammond.
Yeah, in my head. it's, regardless, right? He's walking around the park, right? And there's like there's people painting the fence, people building the fence, there's like scientists and there's researchers and this and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like the dinosaurs get out, and they
Shit,
all
it's
disappear.
fun.
There's no description in the film, but like there's gotta be at least 300 people on this island, right? And they're all just like gone. And then it's just our core cast of characters, and that's the bit that stuck out to me. Is there a explanation made for that?
There's an explanation. It's not in the film explicitly, but yes, it is in the film. They evacuated
Yeah,
because of the
what's
storm on the boat.
What's the law?
There's-
See,
there's-
everyone
so
everyone
there's-
evacuated.
All non-critical facility personnel get evacuated off the island via boat because the storm's getting too bad. It's in I believe. I think it's like right after they get back, they get into the cars from the Triceratops. It cuts to Samuel L. Jackson's character. He's like, "Drop what you're doing and leave now. You got 5 minutes to get to the boat." And so that they all fuck off on a big cargo ship.
Okay, this actually raises more questions, right? Because if this actually happened, first off, who do we deem who is essential enough to not leave? And then where are these people? Right? Presumably they didn't leave. I find it hard to believe that somebody who planned out such an elaborate park with engineered dinosaurs would just abandon it immediately because rain. Right, this seems like an unbelievable
They weren't
thing.
planning on abandoning it. It's just that it was.
Well, they
were
did though, right? Because they pulled everybody out.
Well,
That's an
no, they
abandonation.
didn't.
evacuated.
They evacuated. They were planning on coming back. They weren't planning on leaving forever.
No, I don't believe.
Yeah, they weren't planning on.
What do you mean you don't believe that? What are you talking
No,
about?
I don't believe this. But let's look at zoos, right? Zoos in Florida, right? Like when a hurricane goes through Florida and they have them to leave, zookeepers will stay in the zoos to take care of the animals.
Yeah,
right? They
exactly.
can't just leave
Critical
the animals.
personnel. The critical personnel fucking stayed. That's
But
why
where
there's
are
people.
they? We never see them. We don't see them ever.
Yes,
Like,
you
they're
do.
not
Yes,
there.
you do. You see fucking.
I don't
You
see
see
them.
fucking Harding. You see fucking Muldoon. You see John Art. You see Hammond. You see fucking Nedry. You see they're on the island.
The main characters are the
no-
critical
The main
personnel.
characters are the critical
That's-
personnel
no-
plus all the visitors. Like that's the whole. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't believe it.
What
I
don't
feel
you
like enough
believe?
people to maintain a park? It doesn't feel like enough personnel to maintain a park.
No, it's not. But Jurassic
Really
Park
should be
wasn't a
more.
logical
Really should be
business
more.
adventure in the first place.
It doesn't help
Okay,
that I haven't
I
seen
just
the
wanna
movie
go on a
in
side
decade, and I
tangent.
can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I think,
wanna
you
go
know
on
what
a
I think you
side
need to do,
tangent?
Dominic. You know what I think you need to read the book.
Hold that.
I think you need to
Wow.
read the book.
Wow. You can drop that on me?
Yes,
Wow.
that's exactly what I was getting.
Yeah,
to.
exactly. You need to,
Read
reading the book
you need to
solves
read
so
the
much
book.
of this.
I read the book. The book was so good, but the book is so much different than the movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't read.
Like
I'm a Michael Christian.
between the book and the movie, it's only really similar with like the main strokes.
Yeah.
Smart people go to dinosaur amusement park. Dinosaurs get out. All hell breaks loose. The book's just a lot more dark.
Yeah.
Yikes.
A lot less
I see.
It does
blockbusters.
sound amazing.
Yeah, and then the book.
And there's also like a difference in like who lives and who dies, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get too much into that because
Yeah.
then that's spoiled.
The book though does talk about at some point they retreat to like like some type of compound, and there's the main characters, but there's also a bunch of workers on the island. So that gets addressed in the book, but in the movie they just all get off on the ship for the sake of convenience.
Ah,
Well, la-di-da.
interesting.
Don't la-di-da
La-di-da.
my fucking favorite film, buddy. What do you mean la-di-da?
You're on thin ice. You're on thin ice,
You heard me.
Buster.
You heard me.
All right, so we're revoking Dom's share for this episode because he's pissed me off.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, shit. I feel like it's not fair grounds just because a man
He
did not
objects to
watch
tasty
Jurassic
sandwich.
Park.
All right, fair. All right,
I object because he hasn't watched Jurassic Park.
Well, he has. It's just been 10 years apparently.
It's been a while.
Okay, well then that's my grounds of objection. My grounds of objection is that he hasn't watched it in
Yeah,
10 years.
can we do a watch party of Jurassic Park next podcast? Thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh God! Please don't make me.
We'll
do
get
this.
copyright strike into oblivion.
Yeah. So ignoring that issue, what's your problem with Jurassic Park, Sam?
I just don't want to watch a movie about dinosaurs. Not right now.
Bro doesn't like
That's all.
dinosaurs.
Well, fuck you mean?
It's because you watch the movie once, you get the gist of the movie. Wonder, oh, nature is so beautiful. Goldblum does a Goldblumism. Then the dinosaurs break out. Everyone's fucking concerned. Some people die. Some people we care about. Some people we don't. They kill a dinosaur. Maybe one, maybe two. Who gives a fuck? And then we learn the hubris of the human condition. How many times do you expect me to watch that movie before I get bored out of my fucking mind?
It's not about the messaging behind Jurassic Park. It's about watching dinosaurs fuck shit up. That's what it's about. What are you talking
Sam,
about?
I feel like you're one of those people
documentary.
who's like, oh,
What do you mean watching? I've watched all the documentaries. They're not as interesting as Jurassic Park.
You're like one of those people who doesn't believe in watching something for a second time.
Yeah.
Kind of. It depends on the movie. If, like, I don't have a good time, I don't want to watch it a second time.
Oh, you didn't have a good
Well, I
time
mean-
with Jurassic Park?
No, I loved it, but, like, it's not fucking mind-blowing. Like, there's no reason to rewatch it. It's like Inception. Like, oh, I didn't really understand Inception. Maybe I should watch it a second time. You know?
Okay, Inception is the farthest thing from Jurassic Park.
You are such a fucking
yeah.
nerd virgin. It's not even funny. I'm gonna watch Inception again because I didn't get it the first time, and yet you're not gonna watch a badass fucking dinosaur movie. Fuck is wrong with you?
Listen. I watched a lot of cartoons. All right, there's tons of cartoons where you can watch dinosaurs tear shit up. You ever seen Dinosaur King? Watch fucking Dinosaur King.
I've watched
It's
Dinosaur
sick.
King. I love Dinosaur King.
They keep watching Dinosaur King.
No,
At least there's, like,
I like
conflict.
Jurassic Park. There's conflict in the movie. What are you talking about?
last week I almost got sucked into a pyramid scheme.
How did
Yeah.
you do that? How did walk us through
Okay.
it?
So you know LinkedIn.
I'm familiar.
Oh, great.
I'm aware.
Always starts
Yeah.
with LinkedIn. It always starts with
It's a
LinkedIn.
great place to start.
Yeah, go.
So one random day I get a message from this guy on LinkedIn. We'll call him. What's the most random name I can think of? Samuel
Bill.
Robinson.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
fuck. Okay, Samuel.
But he messages me and he's offering me like a position at his sales and marketing company. He's like, no, you don't need any prior experience. You don't need we'll train you on the job. So I'm kind of thinking that this is like an internship. So I'm like, yeah, I'd love to hear about your company, Mr. Robinson. And so a
Okay.
couple weeks go by, and we're talking back and forth. We're both busy, so communication's a little slow. And we're trying to like set up like a time for interview. I say that in air quotes. Interview. It's more just a question. I ask him questions, he answers questions. An interview.
It's a
And he,
Q&A session, if you will.
yeah. So we keep going back and forth for like times because I'm busy with school, work. He's busy with whatever the hell he's selling at this company. And he says, "Okay, I'd like to get this sooner or later because I'm really having trouble filling positions right now." And I'm like, that's weird.
Red
Because
flag.
in the first message he sent me, he said $30 an hour base pay. And base pay also implies that you can work your way up to either higher paying positions or promotions. So I'm like,
Right.
you're telling me that you of a director at this company is struggling to fill positions with a base pay of 30 an hour, not requiring any prior experience.
Yeah, no,
So I'm like,
that's not something's fishy's going
I was
on
like,
there.
this is interesting. So I start doing a little bit of digging, and so I look up like the website. I do like some like deep diving on the website, and it's called we'll call it the marketing company.
Good
Okay.
So I
name.
look up the website, and on the front page, okay, what we do, we sell cutlery. Insert generic cutlery name. The world's finest cutlery. Cutlery name has been made in America since 1949 and is guaranteed forever. So I'm like, okay, so this company sells this product. So then I go look up the product. It's a real product. They sell knife sets or like kitchen accessories, but like heavy on the knives.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is so fucking expensive. Hold on, I'm gonna send a screenshot of literally like one of the top sets on their website.
Mm.
It is just like a homemade knife set.
Oh my god!
Almost $1,700.
No!
That's steep. That is steep. Okay.
So I'm
I
like-
thought maybe you
It's almost 2,000 when purchased separately though. So that's a steal.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, how expensive! And then just looking at like single knives, a steak knife on here, $95.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so we obviously aren't selling this shit to like just your average Joe.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And so then I go back to the website. I go back to like the marketing website. Go to more about us. I think it was like under, and it was the work. There's a video that says, "What's the work like?" And I watch it. All the work is that you get on a Zoom with somebody, and you read off bullet points from a presentation.
Okay.
So you're a door-to-door salesman, but you're not going door to door. You're doing it through Zoom.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, this clearly isn't $30 an hour work.
Hmm.
And then another thing that alarmed me, and I don't remember where I saw this, but according to either the website or the guy I was talking to on LinkedIn, 80% of this company's sales representatives are either in college or right out of college. For base pay
Okay.
30 an hour, which means that the retention, the turnover rate is like god awful. And then I'm like, okay, this is just not right. So this is I'm either getting myself into a pyramid scheme or this is a front for heavy money laundering.
The mob
Yeah.
is selling knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So then I go like onto Google, and then I do like some outside I go to like some outside resources, aka I go on Google, I look up the company name, and literally right under it, like how it does like the
The
autofill,
autofill. Yep.
it says, yeah, company, insert company name here, scam, and I go, oh god, I go, oh, so this is a bit, and even on the
comforting
company's
sign.
website, even on the company's website, there's a tab addressing. Okay, it's called "The Truth." Why do people think this company is a scam? And then it's basically them just denouncing that this is a pyramid scheme. So then I go into like the news part of Google.
If you ever have to step
my
out and
God.
say this is not a scam, chances
Never a
are
good sign.
it's not a
That's
good
never
sign.
a good sign.
And I immediately ran into this article from 2019 that says the marketing company, scam or lucrative business opportunity. And when reading this article, this company has like a very fruitful history of current and former employees calling them a pyramid scheme.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, I gotta get out of here, but I've got to like distance myself from this as soon as possible. So I blocked the guy, and then I blocked the guy on LinkedIn, and then I haven't thought about it since.
Yeah. So,
and then literally the next day, I was talking to somebody I know in the department. I was like, yeah, this guy on LinkedIn was trying to like recruit me to his marketing company, and she goes, oh yeah, I know that guy. He tried getting me into his company too.
Oh my god.
So I've done a little bit of digging on this. But I say digging. I dug around on Reddit, which is where all the good things come from. This company, which we really shouldn't name because they're quite lawsuit happen when it comes to defamation. And they're local.
They're also local.
Well, I'm a local. They're within the state. The state's pretty big, but.
Well, I mean, they have a market really close to me, so.
Yeah, well, you can bleep this out, Jacob, but they're based in. They are a national company, and they partake in a style of marketing called multi-level marketing, which is a really nice way of saying it is a pyramid scheme. Right? This is the professional term for a pyramid scheme. And what the job kind of entails is you do sell knives. What you do is you buy the knives from the company, and then you sell the knives to other people for more money than the company sold you the knives to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta buy the knives first?
Yes,
Yeah,
you keep 50% of the profit, and the other 50% goes back to a manager, another middleman who oversees you. This manager, who's probably the person you were texting over LinkedIn, right? This manager is required to have his subordinates, such as you, make a certain amount of sales, otherwise he gets fired. So he's constantly pressuring you to make more sales. This is a pure.
Okay, now hold on. He
but I should add. This is legal. This is a legal operation you can do in the States, which is why he's so lawsuit happy. People try to lawsuit him. There's a couple of them listed for this company, and every single one, the company has won because this is a legal process you can do. Now, there could be some details wrong there. There could be some base pay there involved, but the gist of it is that you were selling knives either door-to-door physically or door-to-door on the internet, like Zoom, to old people who don't know better, and you will lose a chunk of the profit from what you make to a middleman who oversees you, who you will probably never meet in person. Maybe you'll.
Yeah, that's why the main reason I backed away, because I was like, okay, this is at best like I'm getting involved with something criminal, or I'm going to be selling this to people who don't know any better, and I'm like, this is a real ethical line.
That's not an ethical thing.
I don't want to. I kind of don't want to.
You could make $30 an hour. If you're a madman who sells like 4 sets of these knives a day, like then it probably would work out to be $30 an hour. But you're probably not. And even if you did, this is like highly unethical, and also there is no motive to raise up the ranks here. It's a once done, one stage career here. So I don't recommend. And you will have to bleep the name of the company out because they're very happy about suing
people,
everyone and anyone for defamation. Yeah. so even like the bit where we talk about it's an you get a block out because there's only one company. The place is small.
Yeah. So I have a quick question. So it's you're selling it through Zoom, right? How does that work?
Because that doesn't understand me.
Yeah, because like for Zoom to work, you have to like first make contact with someone. You need to say
there's a lot of steps.
There's a lot of steps. So let's walk through the steps. You need to email or call someone. You need to say, hey, I have a product I'm willing to sell you. Maybe you say it's knives, maybe you don't. You say, could we have a Zoom call? And they're like, yes. And you're like, okay, can I get your email if you're calling them, or you just have their email if you're emailing them. And so you send a Zoom link through email, you get on the Zoom call, and then you tell them what you could have told them in the email or the phone call, and then they buy the knives.
This could have been an email.
Yeah, like, I don't understand why Zoom. Like, why don't you just have cold callers? Like, I know cold calling doesn't work, and, like, emailing people en masse doesn't work, but Zoom has to work. It combines all three of those. Like, I don't understand that business prospect.
Yeah. When I hear this, I think of the sleazy guy with a briefcase full of watches going door to door. That's kind of what I envision. Like, that's kind of what that is.
But that would be so much more effective than doing it through Zoom. Like, I don't
It
understand.
would be. And I suspect that's what you'd be doing.
Probably.
Yeah, that is odd. Like, that can't be the best way to run a scam. So it's got to be a money laundering scheme because.
Well, it's not a scam. It's what it is it's a way for the people who started the company and, like, the higher ups to get a lot of money based on promising good things to the lower end employees and then not delivering. It's
okay, not a scam. Not a scam.
It's purely a capitalistic endeavor designed to crush the lower classes. That's all it is.
Yeah. I think I should point out, and it's kind of hard to believe this, and as far as my legal knowledge goes, this is legal. This is a legal process. Everybody involved is fully aware of what's going on. There might be some deceit involved, but at no point is anyone's arm twisted. Like, this is a legal process. And I believe it's legal in not just the United States. I think it's legal in Canada and most of the European Union as well. This isn't just like an America thing. It's definitely legal in Australia. And it's odd because it's tough to ban because, of course, every member of it is aware of the process. They believe they're going to get different outcomes out of the process, but they're aware of how it works. They describe you how it works specifically to keep it legal. So this is very tough to regulate as a thing, which makes it interesting. But eagle-eye viewer there, Robert, has noticed that this is indeed a scam.
Yeah.
It's very accurate. It's incorrect.
Yeah.
Can we get a round of applause for
world
Robert?
out there, kids.
Can we get a round of applause for Robert?
Yeah, let's give him a round of applause.
I've defeated the upper class.
Look at
You've
you go.
defeated. You have single-handedly saved America. You've saved America.
On your own, you've just ruined the day of some poor guy who frankly deserves to have his day ruined.
Yeah, now he's gonna have to reach out to like some other stupid college student.
I bet you'd be one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week, like Sam's gonna be like, guys,
I got a really good offer on LinkedIn.
Yo, you're not gonna believe this. Who wants to buy a knife?
I got a deal of the century for you.
You know, if he comes to me, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get him on the show.
Oh my god.
Yes, I will work for you if you come on the show with me. I would do that, and then immediately just back out. I would do everything I can.
That would be hilarious.
That would be
And then
hilarious.
numbers on YouTube.
we probably would get sued.
Oh,
but
most
it
certainly.
would be so worth it.
Well,
certainly.
Dominic would probably get the brunt of it, I think. But, you know.
Yeah, better him.
I'd imagine
than
that a lawyer or two might have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd imagine.
I love conspiracy theories. Lay it on me.
This is the most
Watch
convoluted.
it. Listen to it be the most mundane thing.
The most
that this
mundane,
man
boring
has...
conspiracy theory.
This is the most convoluted.
Last week I heard a sound in my backyard.
Guys, my window blew in again. This is the most convoluted. I'm gonna start that again. This is the most convoluted conspiracy
Just so
theory
you know,
I think I've ever made up.
Dominic, real quick, I'm not editing out you fucking up that first line. Just so you know.
You know, you could do that, but you don't. You don't do that. You know that. I tell you all the time too that you should probably cut this out of the podcast, but blah blah blah.
But then
and
you keep going.
Because I'm expecting you to cut it out.
Well, listen, man. Unless you explicitly say this should be cut out, it won't be cut. Like I don't.
You should cut out my failed attempts at trying to say the word.
No.
What was I trying to say?
Convoluted. I will not do that. Please continue.
Fine.
Damn.
Okay, so I have some follow up. Right, so weeks ago we talked about J Station, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Well, that was a long time
Damn
ago.
it.
Yeah.
that was a long time ago. We talked about J Station.
Only OGs remember.
Yeah, only the OGs
You,
will remember J Station.
To run the audience back up to speed, J Station is a Canadian YouTuber who's famous for doing these very clickbaity 3 a.m. challenge kind of videos that we laughed at, right? Well,
Right.
I found on YouTube another one named Jester. I'm gonna send you a thumbnail here because they're pretty good.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I want you to just bear with me, okay?
Okay.
Just bear with me.
Stand by caller.
I'm gonna send you an image first, so you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
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 It's happening.
Okay.
Okay. It's happening.
Okay.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Here it comes.
It's happening.
That is
Oh
Jester.
my god.
What the fuck, man?
Okay, so
Is that just
Jester.
a cut? Is that just a PNG
Yes.
of
Yes, it is.
just a
That's-
dude standing in the background?
That's not even like. I'm so confused because like the guy in the
So many
background
issues here.
is clearly a PNG, but it's
Yeah.
implying that the JPEG that clearly has a background behind him, which doesn't on the road,
So
Ugh.
for the audience, this is a YouTube thumbnail. In the corner it says 3 a.m. in blood, which is how you know it's a good video. Right? It's a McDonald's Happy Meal with a sad face of this man, and then it has him standing in a road with a circle around him with an arrow pointing at it, and it shows that the guy in the road is actually Jester, but he's happy. And this makes about as much sense as I just described it as.
Yeah, it's shockingly accurate.
Right, so like this is Jester, right? He's another YouTuber who does 3M challenges, who's Canadian and is living in the greater kind of Toronto, greater Ontario area, right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
I'm going to introduce another one.
Oh boy.
Oh god, he went down the rabbit hole.
repopulating.
He went down the
went
rabbit
down
hole.
the rabbit
didn't
hole.
you?
There's a rabbit hole here. By the way, Sam, so real quick while he's getting the next image, does that bounty on J Station still stand?
Is the bounty on how much did I say I would give
You said
to anyone who kills
I
J
believe
Station?
it was either 500 or 5,000. I think it was 5,000.
I'm willing. Let's put this on the record. I am willing to pay whoever can kill J Station $5,000. $5,000 on J Station.
I have to lower it to 50, but it still stands.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good.
I'd kill J Station for 5,000.
I'd kill J
50?
Station for 5.
Have a look in the general chat.
Okay.
This
General
is
chat.
out,
There we
maybe not. Yeah, there we go. This is on the No TV.
Oh my god.
Slave?
Slave.
He does.
This is just a dude in a potato sack.
Yeah, he does. If actually look at the back of the video, you see J Station. So,
Oh,
you
this
know,
is J Station.
yes, it is.
Yeah, we're getting crossovers now.
Yeah, he does 3M challenges, right, in table videos. And he also lives in the greater kind of Toronto, Ontario area, right?
I'm noticing a theme
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I'm noticing a pattern.
Let me introduce another one.
No, don't,
Oh my God.
no. You can't.
No, it can't be. It can't be.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Yes. He lives in the greater Toronto area.
I'm gonna pull the thumbnail here. Give me a second.
I'm betting on it. I'm betting on it. 500 on red.
I'm putting it all on red, baby. All in.
I'm gonna
Good.
deviate and say he actually lives in Quebec. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, I think you're
500
wrong
on
based
black.
on the trajectory of this discussion. I think you're dead wrong, but I appreciate the drive.
Meet Stromedy. Stromedy on YouTube, right? And this
Okay.
for the audience.
Wow.
It's a school hallway full of clowns. And one of the faces is circled and the clowns is covered in blood, right? And it just says clowns! Exclamation point, question mark. And that's it.
The
That's
angle
whole
of the
no?
clown's face is noticeably changed too from the small
Yes.
circle to the big
Yes,
circle,
from the
and it
small.
makes me really angry.
Yes. So okay, now Stromedy is another YouTuber
Uh-huh.
who does like 3M challenges and table videos.
Where are they
right?
located,
Long-form
Dominic?
table
Where are they
videos.
located?
Quebec,
Greater
right?
Toronto, Ontario area.
Was right. I knew it from the beginning.
You may sense a pattern emerging here. I have a theory.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't know what it is with Canadians who live in the greater Toronto area, but there was a correlation at the least between YouTubers and Ontario. And I don't quite know what to make of this yet. Do you have any explanations for this? There seems to be a very high amount of
There's a high
3AM
there's a
Toronto.
high concentration.
YouTubers and Ontario.
There's a high concentration of 3 a.m. YouTubers in Ontario. I don't have the means to tell you why, but
Okay, hold on.
find
I'm
another
going
one.
to Toronto in September to see System of a Down. Does that mean I'm going to end up in a 3 a.m. clickbait video thumbnail?
God,
you have to
Robert,
watch it.
Robert,
Careful.
you need to make one. I'm not joking. You need to make one while you're there.
Okay. that could be arranged.
Now, there's some guesswork involved here because I can't be convinced that all these people like live specifically in Toronto. I know it's a big place, but based
I thought you
on
were gonna say,
all
I
of the
can't
research
believe
that I've
these people
done,
are real.
taking for like the social blades and the YouTube and watching some of the videos, they're
Mhm.
clearly in Ontario, somewhere within the province of Ontario, right?
Yep.
You can read from the road signs and license plates. You know they're in Ontario. I'm assuming Toronto because that's where everyone is in Ontario. They're in the
Uh-huh.
city of Toronto.
Just say, nobody
Either
lives
that or
anywhere else.
London, right? So I don't know what it is with YouTubers of Toronto. I reckon I can probably find some more if I keep digging. But it seems like 3M challenges, and
It's a really big market over there.
yeah, and I guess the only theory I can come up with is that Toronto, being Toronto, has quite a large population of people who enjoy horror films. Like scary horror films are quite popular in Toronto, and they also have quite long winters.
Uh-huh.
And maybe the darkness of the winter kind of combines with the horror movies. And you just get a lot of people who have a high interest in sort of the scary videos of things.
Uh-huh.
That's the only resemblance to I think it's wrong, but it's the only resemblance to a theory that I have. I needed to share this with somebody.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to Toronto, Ontario, brace yourself. There could be a clown watching you or something. I don't really know.
There could be a clown. Possibly a
Is this
clown.
not interesting? Is this not like an
This
unusual
is-
thing to know?
So Dominic,
this is very-
it's interesting, and it's a good. I like the way you've discovered a correlation for sure. However, I'm just gonna say, I think it's possible this is just a random cluster of 3 a.m. YouTubers.
I reckon
think
you're probably true.
I think-
correlation is not causation.
correlation is not causation.
But where's the fun in that? Let's speculate more.
You're right. Fun. Fair enough.
Speculate more.
Fair enough.
Like haven't been to Toronto in a hot minute. Is it like particularly? I mean, it's Canada. Like Canada's lovely. I don't see why. I have no idea. I can't think of any of these movies of why this would.
Yeah,
this would-
it's probably a shadowy cabal in the middle of. I don't like the way I said cabal. I'm gonna edit that out. It's probably a shadowy cabal in the middle of Toronto of 3 a.m. YouTubers.
Oh, hold on. I'm seeing another thumbnail. This is a winner. This is
Oh, boy.
Literally no difference between how you said cabal and how you said cabal, and you just that
no,
self-conscious.
no. I said cabal. I
enjoy
slurred
that
it
one.
a little bit.
Oh, you didn't like rolling it?
Explain
Oh my!
one to the viewers. Explain one to the viewers for me. Give that one a go. Sorry, just
Yeah. Sam, give that one. Explain that one. Explain that one for us, Sam.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta take a swig of my Shirley Temple here. This is.
Bro's drinking at 1 p.m.
Bro's drinking and podcasting.
So,
Explain that. to
first
us,
thing that
please do.
steps out, right? First thing that stands out, the word stromedy. That's spelled Stromedy. I don't know if that is the name of the man or the name of some sort of fucking, I don't know, epiphany that he had before he was supposedly brutally beaten to death with a wizard's staff. Let me describe the thumbnail. I'm getting ahead of myself.
it's not
There's a man in a studio bedroom, right? Like as in a gaming bedroom with a gaming chair. He's in his bed, half naked, screaming in shock as a clown stands over him with a wizard's staff, holding it menacingly, as if he is going to beat him with it. However, I don't think he will be very effective, or he is trying to be very effective, because he's looking directly at the camera
He's
as he
making
stands over
direct
this
eye
man.
contact.
And so he's making direct eye contact with the viewer.
Bro is aura farming as he's trying to assault this man.
As he's trying to assault this man, he's aura farming. Meanwhile, there is, again, a giant circle that wants us to really focus. It's pointing at the man being assaulted so that we can see his face, his confusion, and his overall
Confused
shock
horror.
and fear. His confused horror as a clown has somehow broken into his room with a wizard's staff and seems very intent to commit grievous bodily harm on him. This is simultaneously the stupidest, the most extreme thumbnail, and also the most boring thumbnail I have ever fucking seen, because I'm actually having a hard time describing this. Like, this is dull as hell.
How about
Like,
this
this
one?
is shit.
Do you like
This
this
is
one
like
too?
really. Yep.
Jacob, why don't you take a crack at that one? Give me a crack at that one. Explain that one to me.
Yeah, I got you. So this is, I want you to imagine for me, if you will, a brick schoolhouse, right? And are you imagining?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm imagining a brick schoolhouse.
I didn't say it like that. Fuck. I'm restarting it. I want you to imagine. No, I'm not.
Oh, and
restarting
I bet you'll cut that one out, though, but not my shit. You're gonna keep all my shit, and you're gonna cut out your own.
I'm surprised you didn't.
are.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't get me when I did the shadowy cabal thing, because that was explicitly targeted at you.
I was too memorized at looking at Jeff the Killer that I kind of forgot about it. Sorry.
Yeah. No. So okay. So we have a brick schoolhouse here, and in the top left. Top right. I know my lefts and rights. Top right, we have bright yellow impact font, Jeff the Killer. And in this brick schoolhouse, there's a window, and in the window, there's what I can only describe as a horrible puppet with really long, flowing black hair, a very white face, 2 black eye sockets, and 2 tiny white little peepers. And he's flashing those chompers at us with some real red lips that go seemingly all around his head. Of course, as is tradition, that puppet is in a big red circle taking up almost half the screen.
Yeah.
I feel like this needs to be stated that is not fucking Jeff the Killer. Jeff does not look like that.
Yeah, no, Jeff
I feel,
does not
you know,
look like that.
for you know, aficionados of what do you fucking call it?
Creepypastas, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is not Jeff. So very poor work done on this image. I feel like I should just point that out. Again, terrible thumbnail.
Yeah.
And we got another one down below. Thanks, Dominic. He's got
fucking-
more.
That
more.
fucking Photoshop of that injury on that hand is
On
dog
his
shit.
hand.
Is so dog shit.
It's not good. No.
Robert, you want to walk us through this one, Robert?
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh my god, okay, so we have a man on the right hand side of the frame. He has left hand on the back of the head, right hand over his mouth, and there's a poorly photoshopped bloody gash along the back of his hand, and you can really tell because it literally goes over it's on his sleeve. The gash is partially on his sleeve and partially off of his hand in some places, and he's looking very shocked. And in the top left, you have, what kind of fucking font is that? It says dark web with, the standard clickbait thumbnail arrow, pointing at a.
Don't worry, Robert.
frame.
I'll edit that out for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm so sure you will. Of a woman laying down, presumably about to be run over by a car.
I'm going to also posit that it seems to be a demon car, because those are some really red
headlights.
Yeah.
All right, Johns. I have more to add to my theory here.
Okay.
I want you to meet Wesley Killingsworth. He is
What a name.
YouTuber who does well. I don't know if he actually is a YouTuber because I can't find his channel, but he's definitely has been on YouTube at some point. Who's done 3 a.m. challenges, right? And he lives in, you're not going to believe this, right? California. No, he lives in the greater Toronto area.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he blue-balled me.
The list continues. I keep
The
finding
list
more.
fucking continues. Oh my god.
Now, gentlemen, there's more research to be done in this field of science. But I think we should move on to any other topic but this one.
Okay, all right.
Preferably.
So based off of our order, does that mean it's my turn to have a topic? Or
Yeah,
are we-
yeah.
I believe so. I guess we can go round robin today if we get stuff.
Apparently,
That's
yeah.
how it worked out.
Let's see. You guys want you want to take a gander at my folder?
Yes!
Which one?
Yes!
What the fuck
Yes!
does that mean?
Yes! Finally! Yes!
We're going to preface this. I would like to introduce you guys, because we're all guys here. We're all bachelors. We're gonna pretend 2 of them don't have girlfriends. Fucking traitors.
What the fuck you mean fucking straight?
Oh, whatever.
It's-
What are we talking
You know,
about?
we're all
I
eligible.
zoned out there. I was trying to edit the show notes and I completely zoned out. What are we talking about?
You don't- I'm prefacing the hot girl folder. Here
I'm gonna
it
go
is,
back to
right?
zoning out.
Don't you fucking dare!
No! You need to
This
be locked
is
in
for
right
you.
now, Dominic! This is what we've been
Fucking
waiting
Dominic.
for like 5 weeks!
I made this with you in mind, bro. This is for you. Kisses.
Okay. I don't know
Now,
how I feel about that, to be honest. Go
now
on.
it's time you understand. I am not in a relationship currently. You know, I'm a very lonely man, and I spend my time just kind of daydreaming about my ideal life with my wife and 3 kids. That's what I do. You know, I'm not
Naturally,
quite
everyone does.
on the pornography train just yet, but we're getting there. But that's neither here nor there.
Implying it's coming. Just we haven't
It's
gotten to
coming.
that arc yet.
Haven't gotten there yet, but we're there. We're on our way now. And when I was a kid, I wanted to marry Princess Leia. And then, you know, obviously that wasn't realistic because apparently women don't like to do their hair in interesting ways. So I was forced to settle.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's
and
the
here-
only
as a-
problem with marrying Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that she's fictional or anything.
No, that's the only one. That
Not that she's fictional or anything. Just that nobody is interested in wearing their hair in, I don't know what you would call that, space buns.
It was
I
like
guess.
dual buns.
Yeah, the
She had them,
Dual
like,
bun.
dual buns.
Yeah, it was 70s
Oh.
dual buns right there. Yeah.
I was forced, basically, to settle and kind of like lower my expectations. And
Oh,
these
you
are
poor-
the
you poor
women.
soul.
You
Yeah,
you
my
poor man.
I'm weeping.
Hey,
for
listen.
you.
I detect a hint of sarcasm at my pain, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna keep being sarcastic if I don't.
No, don't mute yourself. I need it for podcast material, Dominic. No.
Yeah, we need your voice. We need your voice. We need it.
We need your voice
There
to
it
be
is.
heard.
Okay. So I have this folder
Yes.
of all the girls that I've actually like kind of really thought were attractive in my life, and I was like, hey, let me share it in a safe space where no one will judge me for my taste in women.
Absolutely. That is
Ladies-
100% what's going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the hot girl folder, and allow me to begin sharing some images
Yeah.
from this folder. We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
start
start
off
with-
nice and
I'm
slow.
gonna
We're gonna
start-
start
Okay.
off nice and slow.
We're just putting
I don't like that phrasing.
dipping our toes in.
Dipping our toes in.
Uh-huh.
We'll start nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
With-
Go easy on me.
Yeah,
right? I'm
yeah,
like,
it's my first time, Sam.
We're gonna go easy.
son of a
Here we go.
Is that fucking
is
cheetah? Okay. I feel
That
you.
is fucking.
Who's that
Sam,
from?
you are not helping
Who's
me.
ringing a bell?
You are not disproving the
You are,
furry
yeah, you're,
allegation.
the allegations, you're not. So that's,
This is clearly a human.
Yeah.
I don't know what your fucking problem
well,
is.
there's a
It's
tail,
woman
and
with a
there's
tail.
claws, and yeah. But, yeah, so Cheetah is, for those who don't know, Cheetah is a Wonder Woman villain, I believe. From DC
Wonder Woman.
Comics.
I was like, oh, this rings a bell, but I can't place some way. It's from a comic. That's why it rings a bell.
With some writers, you would imagine it's the only fucking villain she has because you only ever really see Cheetah and none of the other villains. But there you go.
Really?
That's
go.
the only villain
know-
I know of, and it's only because of Lego Marvel superheroes.
There you go. Yes.
Wait, no,
Do you
it's
think
not.
Wonder Woman is so painfully made.
Wonder Woman isn't in
But isn't
Marvel,
she-
so it's not the way I know that. Never mind.
Do you reckon the spots are like cosmetic, or do you reckon she has like the plague?
No, she actually has fur.
Because
Yeah.
cheetahs have
legit fur.
dots on them.
Oh,
you
that's
dipshit.
right. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot that she had the fur. That would explain to me.
Uh-huh.
So I assumed I thought I was thinking too rational again.
Yeah, you're yeah.
Yeah, no,
you're,
just a
you're
little
thinking you need to think comic books here. And also you need to think Sam
kid
because
has-
he's a furry man.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't say furry man.
Well, do we need to
exactly.
bring up
Yeah.
Aslan the lion, buddy?
No, we can save that for later.
Sam, you're
We don't have to
certainly
talk
Sam. The allegations. Sam.
You have a type.
Let's put that here fast here.
Oh,
Now,
that's
arguably this is when she looked her best.
like an
when
that's a fucking bipedal cheetah, bro.
it's not a bipedal cheat. Listen, she's supposed to be a mutant. There is emotional involvement in her transformation. It's supposed to be fucking sad.
Okay,
There is
okay.
meaning
All
behind
right.
it.
All right. Well, if it was supposed to be sad, they wouldn't have drawn cheetah
Don't
breasts
you worry,
on
Sam. I
the
am
character,
sad.
but-
You don't worry about that. I assure you, I am sad.
Thank you. Thank you.
For you,
So that's
Sam,
Cheetah.
anything.
Okay.
Let's go a little deeper. Let's go
Yeah,
a little
let's,
deeper.
let's go deeper into the rabbit hole.
Let's go deeper into the
Don't put it like that. Oh, let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. That's not what I want to do.
We're gonna stay in DC territory.
Okay.
Okay.
With
Okay.
Orca. Let's talk about Orca.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Hot take. I find that it's still not to my as unacceptable. I find it more accepting.
I
More
don't like the
acceptable than the
teeth.
previous.
I don't like the teeth. Oh boy.
This is Orca, baby. Yeah, she's a new villain. Not very popular. She kind of sucks. Her only popularity comes from the fact that she looks like, well, this. So this is Orca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
This
thinking with
is-
Bundana.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go a little bit deeper into the bowels of hell here.
Okay.
What we got next?
We're going into the third
is-
circle now. Gotcha.
We're going into the third circle.
Which circle?
I'm so sorry,
which circle is
Dominic.
lust? No!
Oh.
No! That's a lion! No!
It's not a lot. Well, it is. It
Is
a
that
lie.
is that who is that? Don't
That's-
tell me. I'm gonna guess this. I should know this. Is it Disney property? Is it
Yeah.
is it Simba's
Yeah.
mom? Is it Simba's mom? Is that who that is?
It's Simba's girlfriend, but
Girlfriend.
That's
I'm
yeah.
way off. I'm way off.
Nala. Yeah. His mom was kind of a baddie too, though. But I didn't get any images of her.
Dude. Okay, Sam. We were joking the other day when we said you wanted to fuck Aslan from from Narnia.
But the mistake you made was that you chose a male lion and not a female lion. Had you made that important distinction, I would not have fought against it. But unfortunately, you did not.
Yeah, that's my bad. You're right. You're so right.
Hey, look at her. She's-
You have piqued my intrigue here. Like a scientist watching an animal die. I want you to keep going.
Okay, yeah. no,
Like
this
watching
is-
So,
the animal
before we
die,
go
I want
on,
you
what
to
is
keep
it about
going.
this? And this is an animal, by the way. What is it about this
This is
pure
an
animal that
This is
makes you
Simba.
say, What makes you intrigued about
Okay.
this animal?
Who has watched Lion King? Exactly.
I have
have.
seen Lion King.
Okay, who the hell has
Yeah,
them?
I've even seen the Broadway show of Lion King. Please do not ruin Lion King for me.
Interesting.
Lion- Listen, I hate to tell you this, Dominic,
Yes.
but the person who wrote that particular scene where Nala finds Simba again
Mhm.
after years of being gone, it's a
Uh-huh.
foreplay scene. You know that, right? It's a
I'm
foreplay
aware.
scene. They're wrestling in the
aware.
grass. So the reason I fuck with Nala like this, simply vibes. If you look at her fucking face, that is a sex face.
It's because of the fuck me eyes, isn't it?
It's the fuck me. It is. Damn it. Unfortunately, Disney is poisoning your kids. Next time when you want your kid to watch a Disney movie, you should definitely remember that Samuel Robinson had his childhood fucking ruined when he watched The Lion King. It was a great movie. Great fucking movie. But I'm a degenerate. And then part of it has to do with this movie. These movies that I have watched in my formative year. Great film. Be prepared for the coup of the century. Be prepared. Great fucking movie. Low key.
Let's move
Oh,
on to the
Jesus.
next one.
We're
Such
going to
a-
the
such a
fourth
vibe.
circle.
Yeah,
Here we go.
we're
Fourth
going to the
circle,
fourth
everybody.
circle. Let's
Fourth
buckle
circle.
in.
We got
There's only 5 more left.
shout out to my black queens out there. We got Kanga.
Let's go back. I like going back. No. Okay. So
To my
this
black-
is
to
from.
my black single mothers.
Can the next one please be a human?
Gentlemen, I need beer. I need beer to move on with the statement.
This is Kanga. Listen, let me.
This is okay. So for the audience who can't see this, because it's a podcast, this is what's her face from Winnie the Pooh? Is it Aga?
Kanga. Kanga. I dig her vibe. She's a mom who loves her son, and she takes care of everybody. You know, she takes that experience from taking care of her son. She tries to treat everybody like, like they're just learning. And I dig that. That's a very nice vibe to get from. I should preface this by also saying she's a stuffed kangaroo. She's not a real kangaroo. I mean, she's alive, but she's a stuffed animal.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's also important
Yep.
for biology. Okay, moving on. Next character. I mean person. I mean woman.
I feel like I should be saying more to keep the podcast going, but I'm struggling to think of things to add here.
I was gonna say I'm struggling to have like meaningful
Bullet
input.
points.
Oh, you
give
know
us-
what I was forgetting?
give us the
I
next
was forgetting. I need a rating. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need a rate. Yeah,
A rating?
scale of
Oh,
1 to
rating.
10
Oh,
for
we're
Kanga.
rating.
Kanga. Yeah, we're rating these women.
What would you give this stuffed kangaroo on a scale of 1 to 10? Tell me, Sam. On a
Yeah.
scale of 1 to 10. Of 1 being it's a stuffed animal, and 10 being it's
It's my future wife.
yes.
And
Eight.
being it's
Eight
still
for
stuffed
future
animal.
wife. It's still a stuffed animal, but future wife, yeah, 8. I'll get a solid 8. 9 almost. Really.
solid 8. Okay.
MILF,
Fine.
baby.
Okay.
Ew.
Okay. You know what? Fair, but okay. Sure.
I am a very lonely man. I don't think you guys understand. I am.
Oh,
incredibly
I'm
fucking
starting to get
lonely.
the picture. Believe me.
Yeah. You may not believe this, but I am starting to kind of.
If you're having to turn to
realize that.
lions, I mean, I don't know, man.
Sam, this might be a crazy thing to say, but I think this is worse than a porn addiction.
Say that. You say that to me. Don't you take that back. You take that back. You take that
I'm
evil
being so
juju
for real.
back.
I'm not. I said what I said.
I might be in trouble, boys. Okay, wait. Before we move on, I also do need a rating for Orca. We can skip now. What's a rating for Orca?
We'll fire through these really quick for you, Sam. Okay, let's start with the cheetah.
Yep.
Scale 1 to 10.
Out of 10? Okay, that's fair.
10 out of 10 for you? What?
Well, oh, me? I'm sorry.
Yeah. What would you give out of 10? I give this a 0 out of 10. But what do you give
I
out
give
of 10?
this
What you give it?
She's a solid. I'd give her a 4 just because she has killed people and she
Okay,
scares
4.
me. So,
Fish
yeah,
face.
I don't.
Fish face is the easiest one I've ever given out.
You don't like Orca?
Nah.
I think she's a 5.
That's evident.
For Jacob specifically, like if I was playing matchmaker, Orca would be it.
What does that mean? What do you mean by
No,
that?
piece it together, boy.
What the fuck do you mean
know.
by that, Kobe Bryant? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Okay, so the fish. All right, what would you give the fish? Scale 1 to 10.
Over 4 because she is a lot nicer and she does care
Over
about
4.
wildlife.
So base value
6.
greater than 4. Understood. All right.
5 or 6 between 5.
The
and
cat.
6. 5.5.
Not
would you
the
give
cat, the
the
lion. The lion.
The lion. Thank
the
you.
lion.
The lion.
Believe it or not, this is purely for the lulz. This is a 1 because unfortunately she is an animal, so it just doesn't work out. So
this is his PR answer. This is not his real answer.
We're in damage control now.
My lawyer has advised me to give the lion a 1.
And then single black kangaroo. What would you give that one?
He gave that one. He gave that one an 8. He gave that one an 8.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's an 8 for
on.
the single black.
Yeah, we can move on now. How many words do we have left, Sam? Out of curiosity.
Too many. Okay, next is.
All right, No, that's a fish. That's a fucking disabled fish. No,
that is a fish.
That is unethical on 2 levels.
Yeah, I know. It's not my proudest moment. I kind of regret adding it to the folder. I will say, not the greatest moment of Samuel Robinson's life. Yeah, it's pretty
okay.
bad.
Do you want to explain? Can you even explain? What am I trying to ask? I don't really know.
Explain yourself. Explain yourself right now. You're on trial.
What I'm trying to ask is fish? Question mark.
Fish?
Are you that guy that goes into the pet store asking for the fish with the biggest lips? Is that you, Sam?
Oh God. Well, hopefully not. But I don't know. It really depends. Ask me again when I'm 30. So
you're 30.
Somehow I don't think I'll be doing that.
All right, what are you rating Dory, Sam? What are you rating Dory?
To be honest, I just really like Dory as a person. I feel bad for her, and every time she's sad, I almost feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't really want to date her, so we're gonna give her a 2 just because of a vibe.
Great. So you're giving her 2 as like a sympathy vote.
Yes,
okay.
a pity vote. Pity point, yeah.
Yo, for real, yeah. I love Dory. Dory's a great character. She's cute.
As a character,
I fuck with
yes, I do appreciate the personality. All right, so 2
as a fish
for the actual fish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to eat her. I think eating her would be.
The sad thing is that's the most rational thing you've said so far.
Yeah.
Put her on a skillet, fry her up a bit. Next girl.
Yeah.
Next girl.
All right.
Please, no more.
6th circle. No, we're getting to the 9th circle. We're getting to that 9th circle.
9th circle.
You're telling me we have like 4 more circles?
Yes. Number 6. We're going to 6. We're going to 6, baby. Come on.
We got this dude.
No, you're not.
Admiral Trench
you're
from
not.
Clone Wars.
You're not throwing Admiral Trench of the CIS at me. No, because you know why, Sam? You know why? Because we talked about him the other day. We mentioned.
Would you believe it? Would you believe it, Jacob? That he was already in the folder before we had that conversation.
Wasn't. I refuse.
He was. I know. Isn't that crazy?
I refuse
Clearly it was
to
fake.
believe.
Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah.
The sad bit is that I do believe it.
He's a spider.
He's got 6 arms, so he can hold you close. I need somebody every once in a while. I need somebody to just hold me close and to tell me that everything's gonna be okay. Cause sure as hell, you 3 dicks aren't gonna do it. The trench
You're
is
damn right I'm not.
I suppose if your priority is gripping, he does have that going for him. I'm unsure that's where your priority should lay, but it certainly is what you've described, yes.
See, Dominic, you're a man of my own heart. You actually understand. You understand.
I don't think I do. Let's not go down
Yes,
that-
you do. You can't walk it back down. You already said it. You
I'm
already
pretty sure
said
that
it.
I don't.
What I can't
I'm
get
pretty sure I
behind,
don't.
what I can't get behind is the teeth. I don't like
teeth is
the
kinda
maw, the maw on him.
Yeah, the teeth. It's a little. But see, like, here's the thing. The teeth, Jacob. Yes, is it freaky? It is. But the sound that he makes
is even worse.
It's beautiful. It is. Such
I don't think I
can
can take much more of this, gents.
Yeah, let's rate Admiral Trench and move on real quick. We got a lightning round these last ones.
I was gonna say, can we just like
as a
speed round these
bro.
last few?
As a bro, I wish he was real. I would invite him to the podcast. Admiral Trench gets a 7. Yeah, Admiral Trench. Yeah, he gets a 7. I might not want to fuck him, but you know,
Okay,
hug.
gotcha. A good cuddle sesh. Yeah, I feel you. All right, 7th circle.
I don't know, cuddle sesh with Trench.
Seventh,
I feel like he'd be up to it.
7th circle right now.
7th circle. Here we go, baby. Next one is
God.
Angel. There we go.
Angel.
No, Sam, buddy.
Now, once I actually do get into a relationship, which hopefully, if she never sees this episode of the podcast, I will.
Angel?
be,
I don't think so. She's a fictional character, Sam.
Fucking Angel, not Angel. I'm just saying my girlfriend would be a lot like Angel. Angel is a diva. I appreciate her sass and her spice and her thirst for life.
So how do you rate Angel, Sam, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Angel,
Where you dropping her?
girl boss, gaslight. You know, she would protect
Gaslight,
me from
gatekeep,
most
girl boss,
people.
absolutely.
Yeah, just for all of that, all for embodying all 3 Gs. We're gonna give her a solid 8. No, 8's too high. We'll give her a 6. We'll give her a 6.
Okay, eighth
She doesn't
circle.
make me feel very safe.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Eighth circle, please.
Okay, here we go. 8th circle, baby.
Give it
Here
up
we
for
go.
8th circle. Let's go.
Now, I have to preface this by saying I don't necessarily fuck with this character, but as a matter of principle, she's in the folder. So here we go.
No, you can't put Judy Hopps. You can't put Judy Hopps. No.
Well, I did. It's too late. It's done. It's in it. I don't know what you want from me. It's here to stay. Now you gotta understand.
I have no comment. I don't even know what to say about this. I'm trying to think of anything and I've got nothing.
Other than you need to
Judy-
be institutionalized. What are you rating Judy Hopps, the rabbit? This is just a rabbit,
Hopps,
a
the
bipedal rabbit that can walk, by the way, and talk.
As a person, I think she's really annoying. I think she's kind of obnoxious. I don't like her. If I could, I would shoot
What?
her. But
I mean, her approach to policing is completely unpractical.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
aside,
it really is. She's the worst cop I've ever seen. On the merit of her thighs alone, she gets a 3. Okay, next girl. Let's go.
Last
Next
one.
girl. Next
9th
girl.
circle, baby. Last one. We're almost there.
that's right.
Here we are, baby. Another shout out to my MILFs. We got Cream.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, pretty tame.
Fucking rabbit.
This is for the audience. This is who? Cream from Sonic.
Cream the rabbit. Wait, Cream? Yeah, Cream is Cheese's.
9 women,
Cream
0
is-
humans.
Sheena is technically a human, jackass.
She's a
so
mutant.
it's actually
You
not.
said it yourself.
Technically does not cover it.
Yeah, this is Cheese's mom. If you don't know who Cheese is, she's the small
I
child.
don't know who Cheese is. I thought Cheese was a food man.
Yo, you thought Cheese was a food? Cheese the rabbit from Sonic. Oh god. See, the more and more I talk about it, the more I hate myself. Oh, here we go. Where is
Is
she?
that what Cheese came from? I don't know. I thought Cheese came from a cow, man. That's a bunny. You can't fool me like that, man. I can see right through that. That there, rabbit. There ain't no cheese that come from a rabbit. Cheese come from cow. Cheese come from goat. Cheese come from.
You can't
McDonald's?
pull the wool over my eyes. You can't pull the wool over my eyes.
Mr. College Student. It's a name. College student.
Who
What are you
names the
supposed to be
child
graduating?
Cheese? It's You don't name it ketchup.
Well, this particular hot mama did. I don't know what to tell you. She named her daughter after food. I don't question it. I just watched the show and
What do you rate her?
and dream.
We need to
watched the show and dream.
We need to stop.
That's it.
We need to stop right now.
I would like to get our final statement.
Yeah, can we get
Our closing statements.
Yeah.
We got our
Hang
closing
on. I
statements in.
still have an honorable mention here.
No!
Closing statement. Jesus Christ. Try to get a
Yeah, you're
girlfriend.
gonna need him.
Try to
You're
get a
gonna
girlfriend
need
as fast as you
Jesus.
can. Try to get a girlfriend as fast as you can. Being celibate for long periods of time is a fast track to nowhere, and your mind will
lead me to
degenerate.
this.
Yeah, I'm dying. I'm dying very slowly, But we persevere. All I'm saying is to be true to yourself and just get fucking laid as soon as you possibly can. That's my closing statement.
Robert?
The allegations are never being beaten, Sam.
No, they're not. They're really not.
You see, this was such a good episode. I talked about a book that I read once, which is a lot coming from me. I talked about me to single-handedly destroying a pyramid scheme, and you wrecked it, Sam.
We had a good thing going.
We had a good thing going, and you ruined it.
You know, Robert, this will go down in history as arguably the best episode of the podcast.
Yeah,
for this
it
segment
totally
alone.
will.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's a tragic thing.
It's a tragic irony. My closing statement is, I think after all of that, I think everybody just needs to go watch Jurassic Park again. That's what I think. I think we just.
I think I need to leave. Can I be excused?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye, homie.
If you're from Toronto or Ontario, Canada in general, and you need a video editor for your 3am challenges, please send us a message. I'd be happy to apply. And additionally, Sam, I have some therapists that I can recommend.
Yeah, please,
They're
please,
good, man.
please
They're
send them.
really good.